Skip, remind you now, he only weighed 144, so he was basically 10 pounds, basically under the weight. But he wiped it out.
A much smaller guy just because he's at the end of the road, but the fight's so big and the money's so big, he's gonna have to take it. I bet he retires after that fight.
Canelo will have to start playing catch-up in rounds 4, 5, 6. Believe me, by the 7th round, Canelo is going to be a little muscle fatigued, right? We've seen that.
Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford isn't just another fight. It feels like the defining crossroad of two legendary careers. The buzz around the matchup has only intensified after Shannon Sharpe warned Canelo that stepping in against Crawford could go badly. So badly that it might even mark the end of his reign as boxing's king. Sharpe highlighted Crawford's superior speed, skill, and stamina, all of which could overwhelm a version of Canelo that looks older, slower, and perhaps closer to retirement than many want to admit. And retirement has already been on Canelo's mind. The Mexican superstar admitted he has a plan in place.
Has retirement ever crossed your mind? Have you ever thought about that?
I always say like 37 is good time to go. It's not because I can't be in the boxing anymore, but you know, sometimes you need to do something else. So I'm being in October I turned 20 years as a professional fighter. So it's meant a lot of years. So
saying 37 might be the perfect age to step away. After 20 years in the ring, he confessed that sometimes he just wants to live life outside of boxing. Even his longtime promoter, Eddie Hearn, hinted that this fight with Crawford could be the final chapter of Canelo's career. Hearn has watched him evolve from a teenage prodigy into a global superstar, but also noticed the wear and tear, slower combinations, less snap in his punches, and a fading explosiveness. Eddie even admitted after Canelo's recent performances against John Ryder and William Skull that he wouldn't be shocked if Canelo walked away instead of risking a loss to a smaller man like Crawford. But the fight is simply too big.
Do you see that fight now differently based on how Canelo performed against Skull, Eddie?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah? Oh, wow.
It wasn't just the fact that he couldn't cut the ring off. I just feel like the timing now, the age, Canelo is amazing. I mean, not just because of his ability and what he's accomplished, but the fact that he still has the desire for those training camps and those fights. But I just feel like that desire might be fading a little bit. Not because of his love, but just because of age and like life. Do you know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, like the Crawford fight will definitely get him up for it. But I was actually watching that fight thinking I wouldn't be surprised if he retired and actually didn't fight Crawford, because I don't think he'll want to lose to Crawford, a much smaller guy, just because he's at the end of the road. But the fight's so big and the money's so big, he's gonna have to take it. I bet he retires after that fight.
Too historic and too lucrative to skip. On the flip side, Crawford's camp exudes nothing but confidence. His right-hand man, Bernie, flat out called Bud a legend, not just a great fighter. He pointed out that even Mexican fans, once Canelo's most loyal supporters, are starting to respect, and in some cases even favor, Crawford. That shift in admiration speaks volumes about Crawford's global momentum. Crawford himself remains calm and calculated, already visualizing the fight in training. His team has prepared a detailed game plan, expecting Canelo to press forward, and they're confident Bud's speed, counterpunching, and adaptability will dismantle him. Antonio, another close member of Crawford's team, said Canelo would need to fight with the urgency of his Caleb Plant performance to have any shot. Anything less and Crawford's rhythm will take over. Former champions and trainers see the same signs. Kelly Pavlik even went as far as to say Crawford looks like the bigger man inside the ring because
yeah. Now, the man said, now it's both good. Say, you're not going to beat me. You say, I'm telling you, I guarantee I'm going to beat you. So you know what I'm saying? That's how Crawford is. That's how he feels. He believes in his heart. And you could tell it. You could look him in his eyes. You know what I mean? And a lot of people believe that Crawford going to win this fight. And a lot of Mexican people.
Yeah, they supporting him. They supporting him.
A lot of Mexican people, you know. So they got their formula why Crawford going to beat him. But it's a tremendous fight. I think Canelo, like I say, is a living legend. You know, everything that he do. A lot of people don't like him. A lot of Mexicans don't like him. But I love him. I think he does everything good in the ring. I think, you know, from swag to everything. I just love Canelo. I can't take it away from him. You know, he had them little allegations and everything. Yeah. And that's a damper on him, but I try not to focus on that. You know what I mean? I know he got in there with the baddest guys, the toughest guys, and he came through with flying colors. So I give him all the credit going up there fighting Bivol when nobody knew who Bivol really wasn't paying attention to him. That man was a 25-year-old champion, the reigning champion, title defenses under his belt, and young and good. And Canelo fought him. So, you know what I'm saying? That was a challenge. You feel me? Had the height, had the reach, had a lot of, you know what I mean? So I give Canelo none but credit. I thank him for allowing us to get this fight. And you see what Crawford said. I didn't get to get, Canelo got to fight these guys with the names. I didn't necessarily get to fight all the guys with the names when I wanted to. But I got him. Yes. And that's the how it coming around full circle. And when God got it for you, nobody can be against you. And so I think he's the most deserving fighter of that outside of Benavidez. You know what I mean? Yeah. Besides that, but Benavidez still doesn't bring the super fight dynamic to it. Yes. It's a really good fight with Benavidez, but this is a super fight. Exactly. We have legends fighting each other. David Benavidez has yet to become a legend. He's still growing in the sport. Absolutely. Crawford is a legend. 14 years in the sport, 10 years as champion, 11 years going on. You understand? Undisputed 2 different times, fighter of the year, all those different things. So, like I say, and the mystique of Crawford is legend in itself. The mystique of Crawford. So, I mean, so it's a super fight. Again, I thank Canelo Alvarez for taking the fight.
Because of how strong and effective he is, while Robert Garcia flatly said Canelo is tired after nearly 20 years of non-stop wars and training camps. Showbiz the Adult added that if Crawford wins too impressively, the victory might spark conspiracy theories, proof that greatness always brings doubters in the modern era. Even Stephen A. Smith has already made his pick, Crawford by unanimous decision. In his eyes, Canelo still has the chin and toughness to survive 12 rounds, but Crawford's IQ, speed, and movement will outpoint him over the distance. What makes things even more intriguing is Canelo's own words. He praised Crawford higher than legends like De La Hoya.
Class, and he's a great fighter. I mean, that's it. Crawford is so talented. He's got so much ability in boxing, his boxing ability. And he's a bigger guy, too. He's almost every bit as big as Canelo, right? So that's what makes it tough. Like, yeah, Canelo's used to fighting guys coming down from 200, probably, at light heavyweight. And Crawford ain't. But it's just too hard to pick on it because of Crawford's ability and boxing skills. I'm not going off of Canelo's last fight. The guy he was fighting was in survival mode, pretty much. He was just fighting not to get knocked out. When you fight a guy like that, you're not going to look good, right? I don't care what anybody says. When you fight a guy that's running around trying to survive, it makes it hard. So I don't go off of that, but this fight is going to be interesting. I mean, I would almost have to kind of lean with Canelo, but I'm not making that pick. Just saying, guys, so nobody come at me. I'm going to sit back and enjoy this one, not worrying about anybody, saying, hi, you're wrong, or talking. But it'll be a good one.
Trinidad, even Bernard Hopkins, and shockingly, even suggested Crawford might be better than Mayweather and Dmitry Bivol. Whether Canelo truly believes this or if he's playing the mental game, it shows just how much respect he has for Bud. At its core, this fight will come down to styles. For Crawford, it's about staying slick, sharp, and dangerous when needed. For Canelo, it's about proving his durability and refusing to be discouraged by Crawford's precision. If Canelo can walk through the fire, impose his power, and pressure Bud relentlessly, he has a path to victory. But if he slows down, misses his chances, or gets...
Why is it that Shiraz was able to knock out Berlanga, but not Canelo?
It's because Canelo doesn't go out for the knockout anymore. Canelo's just now, we've seen in the last few fights, he just does enough to win. He did the same again, Munguia. He dropped Munguia, but then they didn't want to finish him. Charlo, Berlanga. He wants to cruise through the fight. He's up there, in not in age because he's only like 33 or 34, but he's
fighting since 15.
He was 15. A lot of training camps, a lot of sparring matches. So all that takes a lot out of your body. So he takes care of his body too. So he doesn't go all out because he doesn't want to just finish his body. He knows he still has a few more years and a few big fights where he wants to take care of himself and not punish himself too much. That's why he hasn't been able to knock those guys out. Not because he can't. I think he just does enough to win. I think Shiraz also has great power, man. I think Shiraz has the power that nobody believed he had.
Frustrated, Crawford could make this the biggest win of his career. 2 legends. 1 stage. 1 night that could define the future of boxing. September 13th, Allegiant Stadium. This is more than a fight, it's history in the making. That's it for today's video. Stay tuned for more breakdowns and updates as we get closer to the fight. Until next time, please like and subscribe my YouTube channel.